Yes, I am inside your brain. That's right. I'm the toy maker that came to the Deluxe mansion 7 years ago. Sorry, it's kind of rude. Kind of being rude, but why the hell are you in my dreams right now? Toy maker giggled, her face gentle with understanding. Somehow she wasn't as evil as I would have imagined. I came because I wanted to speak to you about the curse. I'm sorry you have heard the story of why I cursed this place. I'm sure you heard that story. Yeah, Lord Deluxe was a jerk, so you delocked him for reals. Yup. Very cruel man, even to his own flesh and blood. I know because I've been watching them before I even came that day. Phrasing. Lord Deluxe had such amazing children, even special in their own way, and yet he chose to bind their wings instead of let them fly. The middle child has so much imagination and creativity in him. It shines so brightly in his eyes when he smiles. I couldn't agree more. Soul is an amazing designer. Well, the only time I've ever seen him genuinely smile was whenever he talks about designing clothes. I hoped that losing his status and having all those important to him, reduced to childhood toys, would teach him to appreciate what he had. Pressed my fingers together as she sighed, her pretty features crimped with disappointment. Dang, dog. You drove that dude to suicide. Also, did he not turn into a bear? Like, did the king not turn into a toy himself? Because that would make that whole situation way weird. Way weird. That would be like some freaky goosebump stuff. I'm sorry, hun, you were way wrong. Can you tell me why gold didn't change back like everyone else? Can that curse be broken? I kind of want to get out of here. I was worried Lord Deluxe might not have a change of heart, so I created a second key with Gold's heart. What? Toymaker pointed at moi. Felt a strange warmth, like a small heartbeat against mine. Surprised, I reached into my shirt, pulled out the locket my mother gave me so long ago. My locket! That locket used to belong to Gold Deluxe. She gave it to your mother as a gift. Your mother was rad. Mother was cool. I didn't curse her like the others. Instead, I sent her home with Gold's heart in the locket. I erased all her memories of working for the Deluxe, leaving only a message that it must be returned to someone someday. Gold's heart is in my locket? I quickly took it off, held it in my hands. Within my palms, I felt a human heart. I was supposed to send your mother back when the Lord Deluxe died, but Rua, she wasn't in very good health at the time. My heart ached upon remembering how my once healthy and cheerful mother was plagued by a terrible illness over a year ago. Sorry for what happened to Rua. I remember mother used to tell me stories about how much she loved her previous work, that she wished she could introduce me to the wonderful children she cooked for. I never knew she was working for the Deluxe family, but now that I do, I'd definitely find a way to save them. So yeah, tell me how to break the curse. Do it! Do it! In my dreams! Or, one moment. This is why I came to you. Something has happened with the curse. I oopsed the whole curse. Looked away from my locket and stared at the toy maker confused, her pretty features full of concern. What you talking about? The curse was supposed to break if the locket came within the same room as Gold. But I never tested it. And this is why you always test your curses before you implement them. As you noticed, everyone else turned back. However... Toymaker tipped her head at my hands. Look at your locket. What do you see? I hesitated, not sure what she expected me to see, but I did look as she asked. It's still rusty. Yep, you see, Aura, gold is a pure metal. Waving a slender hand in the shape of a symbol, the Toymaker created a faint image of gold. Gold. I knew it was her because I've seen a picture of her in her room. That locket is made of pure gold. It might have tarnished over time, but it should not have rusted. Gold gave me a bright smile before fading away. I held the locket close to my chest. So, why so rusty? There is a distressed heart who wishes the curse to remain. Its emotional turmoil got tangled in the magic, and it seems the locket was affected. Until that heart is healed, the rust on the locket will not clear and it will remain sealed. Ooh, I love it. I love it. Okay. This is good. This is good. First person I thought of was Soul. Gotta be Soul. Soul's gotta be that guy who's got his heart all twisted up and is like, you know what? Kind of like it as a curse. Kind of like this whole being cursed thing. I want to keep it that way because I don't want to be a prince because being a prince is dumb. but I also can't get over my dad, kind of still having nightmares. And I can't get over my brother, and I don't want to. Soul's being a big baby, so let's go make him make up with people, and then he can make out with me. Why would he make such a wish when he longs to see his sister again? Yet I was sure the heart in distress was Soul's. I couldn't prove it. That's what I felt inside my bones, inside my brain bone. Gently held my locket out again. I gazed at the dark rust clinging to what must have been a pretty golden locket at one point. The longer I looked at it, the more certain I became. All right, clear the rust off the locket, break the curse. Yes. If you're able to change that person's wishes, the rust should disappear. Nodded with a determined smile on my face, sweeping the locket back around my neck, I thanked the toy maker for her help. Thank you. Piece of advice to consider, Aurora Renali. I paused, both curious and concerned about what she was about to say. It isn't always about cutting the chains of the past. They could lead you to the answer you've been searching for. And the magical fortune cookie vanished. What a nice fortune cookie, lady. I looked at myself in the mirror, wondering if everything I'd just dreamed was true. I didn't really believe the toy maker was a bad person, but she'd caused such distress to everyone in this household. I'm just very confused. I wanted to be angry at her, but I understood why she was unhappy with their father. She just, doesn't really care about the lives of rich people, and that the politics and that are important. She just does whatever she wants. His spirit still haunted the household. The distressed heart had to be Soul's. His eyes, both teddy bear and human, betrayed such sadness even as he smiled and spoke with polite reason. And yet, I was still not sure why would Soul make such a wish. I need to find the answer soon, but first, let's fix the brothers. Okay, Soul and Dion, done. Celine Dion. With all due respect, Lady Aura, my older brother is the reason I'm trapped in this role at all. Staring hard in this mirror, decided I need to find out what was causing the dissonance between the two brothers. Maybe it wouldn't break the curse, but I hoped I would clear the air and bring them back together again. But I can't give up just yet. Crossing my arms and sighing, I tried to think of who I was going to talk with. Let's talk to Dion. Since Dion is the oldest sibling, it made sense to try and talk to him. He knew more about the Deluxe family's expectations than I did, so he could offer the context that I was missing. That, and Dion was the one who said he missed the old soul. Dion did come off as irresponsible in a lot of ways, but I felt it in my heart that he genuinely cared for his little brother. Maybe if we worked together, we could help Soul free. Trouble was, I hadn't the slightest idea where Dion was hiding. He'd gotten better at disappearing since their argument, so trying to find him was a daunting task. After a half hour of searching, I was still no closer to any answers. I tried his room and the library, facing Royal's scowls and insistence that Dion wasn't there, and he wasn't in the garden or Gold's room. Discouraged, I sat down on the stairs and tried to think of where to go next. Before I had a chance, I saw Lily dashing through the hall. She looked distraught. Lily, what's wrong? Lily didn't stop, so I ran up to catch up with her. Lily! Oh, Miss Aura, it's off! Prince Soul has a high fever. Royal just found him unconscious in his room. Whoops. Maybe I should have hung out with Soul and helped him not go unconscious in his own room. Cold feeling pierced my heart at the news. I ran along with Lily, neither of us saying another word. Uh-oh. Maybe I have made a bad mistake. Maybe Soul will just die here, and that's how we'll solve the problem. Soul remained asleep for almost a day. Everyone agreed that his lack of sleep and his working nonstop was the cause of the fever. I stayed by Soul's bedside for most of it, leaving only to make quick meals for everyone. Gingerly removing the cloth on his forehead, held my fingers to Soul's cheeks. His temperature still seemed high, but his skin was no longer too hot to touch. I breathed a sigh of relief and finished changing his cloth. How is he? Pretty much dead. Sorry, Lily. Just like your relationship with him. I was so busy tending to Soul that I didn't notice Lily had come in. Still has a fever, better than before. Lily looked at Soul with a sad expression. Prince Soul, this is the first time I've seen him like this. Her eyes began to shimmer with tears, but she quickly wiped them away. Miss Aura, please save him from this pain. Lily. I don't know why, but I can feel it in my heart. I know you're the only one who can make him feel better again, and I accept that. Aw, thanks, Lily. I totally beat you, didn't I? I wanted to tell her that I wanted to save Soul as much as she wanted me to, but I was no more useful than I'd been since coming to the mansion. We'll be outside if you need us. Thank you. And Miss Aura, I'm entrusting him to you now. Nice. We broke the love triangle. That's actually kind of cool. What a nice progression of character. That's kind of cool. I didn't understand what she meant because I am still Aura, and I'm still a little clueless about everything. I opened my mouth to ask, but Lily already left the room. Soul, what's happening? Whoa, sideways CG. Either I'm laying down sideways, or this is a standing bed. Soul's long eyelashes fluttered. It seemed at first he was waking up, but then he then whimpered without opening his eyes. Is he still asleep? Dreaming, maybe? Then the answer was made clear. I don't understand. Soul? I called out to him, but Soul didn't answer me. He pressed his lips together, but the lower one trembled. When he moved his head, I saw his eyelashes were damp. What did I do? Soul, dreaming again. Didn't seem to hear me. His voice strained with emotion as his dream carried on. Slap him back awake. What did I do to make you hate me, big brother? My eyes widened. I thought he might have been dreaming about his father again, but this was actually about Dion. Reaching over with my hand, I gently shook his shoulder. Gosh, it'd be so easy to read boys if you just had to listen to them dream and then they'd tell you exactly what their problem was. That's how it should work. How come that's not how dreaming works? I just want a boyfriend who tells me all of his secrets in his sleep. Is that too much to ask? Soul, Dion could never hate you. Please wake up. Took quite a bit of coaxing before I saw those jeweled green eyes look up at me. Yo! When he finally did, they were wet with tears. Soul? Oh, Lady Aura. His mouth swept into a smile, cracked by exhaustion and yet still sweet. Have you been here long? I nodded, patting his hand before bringing my hands out into my lap. Been here for like 3 hours, dude. You gotta chill. Like Xanax, like a little bit. Just a little half of one. We'll be all better. The warmth in his gaze made my heart momentarily distracted. Seeing the sadness buried deep in those eyes kept me on track, though. I wanted to ask about his dream, but I thought it might upset him more. You gave us quite a scare there, Soul. You need to take better care of yourself. I'm sorry. When I work, I don't have to think about things. My chest tightened when he said that. The weight on his shoulders was immense, but I didn't know how to convince him to share the burden. Soul, I made some chicken and vegetable soup. You really should eat. Shifted my chair back so that I could go retrieve the soup from the kitchen. But before I could stand up, Soul's hand wrapped around mine. Got him! I'm fine. Just stay here a little longer. The warmth of his hand clung to my fingers. I hadn't realized how big or gentle his hands were. Well, alright. I'll stay here, as long as you eat something soon. Come on, buddy. Sat like this for a while. I tried not to think about my hand being enveloped in Soul's. I knew he just wanted a bit of comfort and didn't let myself assume anything. I tried to bring up the subject of Soul's dreams several times, but the moment I looked at his face, I lost the words. This is really nice pacing. We're intimate with Soul again. Like, we had our bit of drama, and now we're back to, like, being intimate with Soul, and, like, this is really well paced. Even though the sadness was seeping through his smile, I could tell Soul was trying to act like everything was fine. Soul, you should eat something. Like, go eat some food. Maybe you're right, Lady Aura. Soul sighed and closed his eyes. I must be unwell if I think this curse is a good thing. Because during those years, I was only a teddy bear. Now that I'm human again, the weight of my responsibility is back. I knew it! I knew this was the teddy bear thing! It was so easy for him and everyone else when they were teddy bears. Suddenly, boom, not teddy bears, now we got crushing responsibility. Ooh, that is good storytelling.